Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Great Known Podcast in the motherfucking universe. This is the motherfucking Heel Hook Show, and we are fucking live, baby. I'm Lamprey. That's my boy Eddie. Elon, the motherfucking keyboard warrior. How you doing, sir?
Pretty good, man. Chilling. Hey, I just like to announce something.
No.
I am taking Tony Ferguson's spot, and I'm gonna fight Khabib. I was kind of doing that shit. No, I wish I would fight Khabib for the money.
For 500,000, I'd take the money, because I was having a conversation with you the other day because one of my friends put up a good point. Who would you rather fight, Khabib or Conor? Like, if you were just an average fighter, and I was like,
ooh,
I'd rather take the Conor one because I know I'm going to get starched quick.
Yeah.
It's done. Like, I'm done. I don't have to get, like, mauled and beaten and exhausted.
Khabib will get you down, put you in a crucifix so you can't defend yourself, and just elbow you in the face just over and over again.
I must elbow you. I must get title. I must get title.
So, yeah, and I really... Yeah, it was kind of Arnold, yeah. No, here's the thing. So, apparently, and I read this right before we went live, it's going to be Quinta against Khabib Nurmagomedov at main event, UFC 223, and it's going to be for half the title. So, basically, Khabib's going to be able to win the title, but Al won't because of 0.2 pounds. Come on, man. Well, that's what happens, dude. You're lucky enough. First of all, real quick, it's Ale Quinta, right? Because Paul Felder, they tried to get that fight. He was championship weight. He could have fought for the title. But because of the fucking rankings, I think their rankings, they're bullshit.
Stankings.
100% the stankings, man. Fucking stankings. So that's bullshit. That'd have been, to me, that's a better fight. But hey, look, man, Ale Quinta, the sole New Yorker on the whole card, you can get like a Rocky moment out of this shit.
Man, he's got good wrestling, good power. Like,
he's a maniac.
I'm just saying, man. Maybe that's what it needs, man. Maybe it needs somebody that has no fear against Khabib. Maybe that's the. You know, I'm gonna say this. Imagine if he took just a big moment for this is a lot of people not taking into account is if Ale Quinta managed to do this. Right. And it's a long shot. And I know this, guys. You know, you can hit me in the comments right now and in the chat saying, like, oh, my God, I can't believe this guy thinks that he's actually going to win. But if he does, the MMA gods are going to look down at this and just go, bah! Yeah. And, I'm not mad at it because, you know what, right? If Ale Quinta managed to do it, he goes from, what is he, like 10th or something right now?
To champion? Like, basically?
To number one contender. It'll be him versus Tony because there's no way you can make Khabib. You can't make the argument that Khabib is, any worse off than Ale Quinta is, like in a way.
For sure. No, for sure. Here's the thing. And so, look, if Al wins, he ruins the party for everybody. Conor included, by the way, for all the people saying they're like, oh, now that fight is huge. I'm like, not if Khabib loses. Khabib loses against Ale Quinta, you can forget that shit. It won't be huge no more. It'll take a long time to get that big again. But I legit thought low-key that the reason... Okay, so they had the weigh-ins, right? The real ones, not the fake ones. Yeah. Those are later. They're the real ones. And then, like they had them waiting for a solid, 2 extra hours or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, just waiting in there for some kind of thing. They couldn't get one. At the same time, Conor's, fucking court case or court date is going on. The whole time, I legit am going like, dude, they're waiting for the court date to be over to announce McGregor versus Khabib for tomorrow night. Like, because, look, man, at this point, Dana White's like, hey, Conor, you owe me now. Like, you fucked my shit up. Like, you owe me.
The UFC could technically sue Conor.
They won't, but they could.
I'm just saying, though, that 100 million.
No,
you could take a big chunk out of that 100 million, dude. You could easily say, right, well, we want 20 million in compensation.
Yeah, no, for 100%. And at the same time, it's like doing that would be bad. That's a bad relationship, right, with Conor and everything.
You've already got a bad one.
That's not bad. It's all
pretty shitty, right? Your pay-per-view, bro. Like, arguably, Dana White was saying, just a few days ago, the biggest trend in UFC pay-per-view since 205. Potentially going to be probably their only pay-per-view up until probably July that's going to even make 1 million buys.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck, dude. This is, dude, just like a week ago, people were talking about this being like one of the biggest pay-per-views ever. Like Dana White was like, it's trending to be huge. like one of the biggest we ever had. And then for the last like 3 hours, we were like, oh God, they just cancel the fucking card. Just fucking cancel it. Even though we still have a title on there. You know what I mean? We still have a title on there, but just cancel it because people were that discouraged about it, right? Now Al gets in there, and when the initial reaction I'm seeing is, well, at least Al's gonna get paid to get his ass whooped.
Yo, I'm pulling for Al just because I like an underdog.
I'm pulling for Al because I don't want the Conor people that are like, see, it's just a setup, so that fight's even huge, even bigger. It's all about money, like bullshit. To be like happy about it. I honestly, like, I'm just like, fuck that. But Khabib's gonna win, and that fight is gonna be huge, and it'll probably be in Russia somewhere. But regardless, it's
in September, so Khabib will not be fighting in that card.
It's in September. Oh, that's right, because of Ramadan.
Yeah, exactly. So he will not be competing in that Russian card.
Oh shit!
Where's that Madison Square Garden card in November? So
do that in November or do it later on in Vegas.
Yeah, but New York needs that. They need that big.
No. Fuck New York. Fuck New York. Okay, look. When they legalized MMA in New York, I got shit for saying that I didn't give a fuck. Okay. We're like, well, why don't you care? It's good for MMA. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to New York to watch MMA. You know how expensive that shit is? That's a money grab. Eat a dick. I don't give a fuck about New York, okay? As far as MMA goes. But, and then today, what?
No, I'll get to it in the comments in a second.
Okay. But they fucked this shit up badly. Max Holloway was at 159 when they stopped him from cutting weight, dude. He was at 159. Dude. Hey, there was no doctors. The doctors didn't check numbers or anything. They didn't fucking do any body fat percentage shit. They didn't like check his hydration. They didn't like how he looked. If we went off the eye test, Conor McGregor would have never fought.
Yeah, if we were going on the eye test, then fucking Daniel Cormier would have never fought in any division.
They didn't hand that fucker a chicken sandwich on the scale. Just like, here, we need to save your life. Like, that's exactly what happened. Fucking shit. So, no, New York is bullshit. Fuck that athletic commission. Don't go back to New York for a while until they learn the fucking lesson. Fuck that.
I just want to address something that Minion was saying in the comments. So, if Al was to win, assuming Conor has to be stripped of the title, do you think the lightweight belt becomes vacant? And does Ferguson get to keep the interim title? Ferguson's title is gone regardless. That title doesn't exist anymore. He is literally just classed as the number one contender. He is the rightful guy who gets the next shot at the title. Right. Ever the winner of tonight is going to be... Essentially, tonight is a case of we're going to decide whether somebody's going to be the champion at the end of the tonight. If Alaquinta wins, Alaquinta versus Tony is going to be for the vacated title. That's what it'll be.
You don't think they'll do like they did with Whitaker and Aldo, where they're interim champs who just made them champions?
No, because there is no interim title now. Ferguson has been stripped of his there is no interim title now. Because tonight,
jumping the gun though. I mean, they were saying that we're not stripping Conor until Pudge is thrown, but yeah, fuck Tony 40s early.
Yeah, but I think but they have to do that now. You know what? I'm not. This isn't a defense of Conor or a praise of Conor, but this is why we needed somebody like Conor. Like, we needed somebody to do all these mistakes so we never have them again. We never have somebody who can hold up a division for so many years. They can never turn around and be the champion for so many. Like, we can't have that anymore. We can't. Like, as much as I hate these interim belts, and yes, the lightweight division is, in some fuckery, but we need to have these moments now where we've had these athletes where we can go, example A, if we don't address this shit, we have another Conor McGregor. No, we're not playing that bullshit anymore. And I agree with them. So take away, unfortunately, Tony had to get pulled because of an injury. 100% a sad thing, But there had to be a champion this weekend. And Khabib was there to be a champion. He was there to fight for the title. So he should have the opportunity to fight for the title. Alaquinta not being able to make the weight by 0.2 pounds sucks. 100% agree. But the fact is that interim title belt was gone because we was going to have a champion regardless this week between Max and between Khabib. So for me, I just think if Alaquinta was to win, you have to make the next fight Tony Ferguson versus Alaquinta for the belt. You have to do it because Tony's earned his number one contendership. He has. There's no two ways about it. He won the interim title, which is essentially saying you are the number one contender. Fight for the title next, and that's what we're going to have.
And you hope that he gets that shit, right? Because he got fucked. Nobody got fucked harder in this entire thing than Tony Ferguson. Okay,
exactly.
Because everyone's forgotten about him. Not only did he get injured and lose the fight, but everyone's and the interim belt, but everyone's forgotten about him. When's the last Tony Ferguson mention you heard? Just us right now, right? No one's talked about it since fucking a couple days ago, since Max Holloway jumped on. Like they little by little, Ferguson was forgotten about, and now he's gone. You know what I mean? Now, and especially when Conor came in and acted full, now everyone was talking about that. But yeah, you're right. It has to be for the vacant title. And then, I mean, it depends on how good Al looks tomorrow night. But I would think that if it's like Al versus Tony for the belt, I'm putting my money on Uncle Kui there.
Uncle Kui. No, I'm with you.
Fuck him up.
I'm with you, but the thing is though is, and I said this to somebody earlier on because they were saying like there's no people who are really at that level, that you know, like the Connors, the Khabibs, etc. And I was just like, what if Alec Quince is one of those guys that thrives as he fights like tougher opponents? We haven't seen to not know. Like we haven't seen him fight a top guy to know, does he sink or swim?
No, exactly. He's about to get his chance. Like,
yeah, he's fucking deep in the water, my guy.
He just jumped. Yeah, he just went from like white belt fucking tournaments to right to black belts. Like, here you go, dog. Have fun. See what's up. You know what I mean?
But he's not at a bad. He's not at a bad grappling camp to be at.
Oh, he's at a great camp to be there be at. You know what I mean? So it's a good spot to be. The problem is he's got. What? Not even 24 hours? No, he's got a little over 24 hours till he's in the cage fighting the fucking murderer.
Question with that same thing said, because I personally think that a lot of guys do. I know that from speaking to certain fighters, they do it, but just your opinion of like this top level. Do you think that a lot of fighters kind of look not ahead, but they do eye up and look at the top level guys to kind of, you know, figure out how they'd combat those styles prior to even fighting them, just to kind of like, well, these top level guys seem to do this, how am I going to compete with that when I get to that level?
I think the guys that believe in themselves so much that they know they're going to get there. The Max Holloway, the Cody Garbrandts, the you know, guys like that. Yeah, they do that. But all I've ever seen from Al is bitching, wins fights, but complete bitching all the time. He's complaining about the UFC not giving him his due. And I'm gonna go sell houses, fuck this shit. And then now, by the way, I'm fighting in the main event of UFC 223 now. Like, you know what I mean? So it's I don't see that out of Al. I see that out of his camp though. The guys in his camp do that shit. You know what I mean? So hopefully
Minion came out. Minion come out with the fucking fire. The NYSAC used the eye test on Holloway, but that same commission let Cormier get away with Towelgate.
Right. I forgot who tweeted it out. Someone said, why don't you guys just let Holloway use DC's towel and get the shit going already? Like,
no, why didn't Alec Quinter get to use the towel and he could have been fucking fighting for the title?
Because he only needed to make 156. He didn't have to make 155 even. Remember?
I'm saying, why don't you just go up now?
Yeah. Dude, I don't know. Fucking, here's the thing. When we were talking about the 2 hours, because you know you get 2 hours once you weigh in, if you miss, you get 2 hours, right? Pettis did that. Pettis bookmarked his time by going in there weighing 155.2 as well. And he's like, all right, now I buy myself 2 hours to take a dump and make 155, right? Al, you would think that if Al thought he can get a shot, he could run back to be like, hey, let me weigh in, or I weighed in, right? They're talking about me for this fight. Give me my 2 hours. And he goes take a real quick piss and then comes back some way and weighs in, but. And I don't know. It's been a disaster of a week, all right? But it's been like an embarrassing day for the UFC. It's embarrassing today. Like, it was really bad yesterday and kind of embarrassing. It's really embarrassing today. Because yesterday was like the face of the UFC acting like a total jackass. Today, it's the UFC having to deal with NYSAC. And then, I mean, fuck, Anthony Pettis asked for $1 million. That's all I asked for. $1 million to fight.
That's all he asked for. Come on, bro.
Hey, come on, man. And these days with the money that they're giving these motherfuckers, $1 million is not bad for a former champion.
No. I understand what you're saying, but like you've got to look at it from their right. I'm gonna play devil's advocate because I'm. You know, if you jump in, you deserve to get paid. I understand that you deserve to get paid, but like, let's be real right now. How much do you think? Right, in your honest opinion, what do you think Pettis is on right now? Like, what do you think per fight? What do you think he's on?
I don't know, probably like 3, 2.
I'm just saying, man. Like
can't triple up on
but no. You're not getting what I'm saying though. Well, maybe you are, but we're disagreeing. If you give me full camp, yeah, okay, I'll take my contract pay. That's cool. You're telling me you want me to fight who on 24 hours notice? Yeah, you're gonna have to pay me a little more than that. Now maybe he asked for $1 million and he was like, all right, if they get me in there like 7, maybe 6, I can get a nice payday, get my ass whooped, go home and recover for a year, and then come back and fight again. But they might have come in with like, no, we'll give you your contract pay.
You know why he's trying to get that big payday, don't you?
Huh?
You know why he's trying to get that big payday, right? Because let's be honest, he's been quite bad at 155. He has a terrible, record in the past 8 fights.
Yeah, he's not done well.
And he's done bad at 145 and had to come back up to 155. I'm just saying this. Maybe he was looking for that bag, my guy, and he was just trying to get that paycheck and be like, toodles.
I would have done that.
I'm not begrudging him, by the way, people.
Oh, yeah.
People that are there, but I'm just saying this, like, from the UFC's perspective, we were already going to have you on the card and we were already going to pay you this amount. We're not going to fucking, quintuple your fucking paycheck just because you're going to fight against one guy. Because let's be honest, this pay-per-view isn't going to do crazy numbers just by putting Pettis against Khabib.
No.
That is going to, if anything, I think a lot of people would be more deterred by I'll put it this way. When you look at Khabib and you want him on the card, yeah, you want a name like Khabib on the card. I understand that completely. But then, do you want to watch him in a boring fight?
Why would Pettis be a boring fight? He's a striker.
Because he's going to take him down and he's going to get
you know what?
Hold up. I just want to bring a reference up.
Yeah.
You remember Anthony Pettis against Eddie Alvarez?
Yeah.
One of the worst, most boring fights in context of just if you're a casual fan or the average fan.
Sure.
Boring as sin. And let's be honest, Eddie Alvarez, not the greatest grappler. Like, good grappler, but levels. Come on.
Okay, we're gonna talk about Eddie Alvarez some other time, but it's a good point about Anthony Pettis. I think my 5-year-old nephew could take him down. Like, it's pretty bad. Like, I just remember that right now. I remember that fight. You saying that fight, I'm like, oh yeah.
That was a horrible fight. That was horrible.
That was bad. I was pumped for that fight because I thought Eddie would stand with him and show us something. He's like, yeah, fuck that. Take
3 rounds of just pure and utter grounded.
Yeah, you know what I was afraid of? I was nervous that they were gonna call up like Dustin Poirier or Justin Gaethje and be like, "Hey, you guys want to wait? Like, if you weigh in right now, you want to weigh 155?" And they go, "Yeah, fuck you, I'll fly out there." And then I lose my main event of next week, where I'm actually gonna go to the fights here in Phoenix, motherfucker. Like, I'd be pissed about that. Yeah, look, dude. The only choice you had, if you could have Paul Felder, which would have been an exciting fucking fight because he's got takedown defense. It's not like Khabib stopping like takedown defense, but it's takedown defense. Ali Quinta at least gives you the right guy, the underdog from New York. Look, all of Long Island's gonna show up. Like, the entire Long Island area is gonna show up now to fucking watch this motherfucker. He's one of their guys. God, likely gonna get massacred. But it's not like we're taking like Max Holloway on 6 days' notice where he hasn't been like in camp. We're taking an Ali Quinta that's been in camp for another fight. He's in shape. He's ready to go. He's just fighting a different guy now. Scarier dude. So, I'm pumped to see the fight, honestly.
Prediction on the fight.
Ooh.
I'm calling you out.
Oh, man. Is there anything worse than murder by Khabib? Like, Khabib by just massacre, dude. Like, conventional wisdom will say that. I will say this. I'm picking Khabib to win by just massacre. He might make an example of Al. All right. Or maybe even take him out quick. Right. And then,
the Verdum fight, like, not the last one, but the one before where he just took that kid down and just fucking armbarred him.
Yeah, exactly. Just real fast, right? I mean, first rounder, maybe 2 rounds. But I'm gonna be pulling for Al to pull off the upset, like a major upset. What up?
Megan Levy put, because John Anik tweeted.
She fine.
Facts.
Yeah. So John Anik tweeted, your new UFC 223 main event, Khabib Nurmagomedov against Aliquin. Only Khabib is eligible to win the official UFC lightweight championship. Right. Quote tweeted it saying, because Al wasn't allowed to reweigh without his boxers to make 155 because commission rules only apply sometimes.
The commission's a joke, dude. That's what I'm saying. New York's bullshit.
So he couldn't take his fucking crackers off just so that he'd be on weight.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It was like NYSAC is bullshit. I'm telling you, they fuck things up constantly now. So they're a joke.
How are you gonna tell a guy you can't take off your underwear because then you will weigh more than what you naturally actually weigh?
I don't know, man. New York's bullshit. They're a young commission. They got a lot to work on. But that shit where they did the eye test on Max and then that with the boxers thing, it just tells me you guys aren't ready. Y'all ain't ready, man. Let's go ahead. Let's. I was more, about let Bellator go on and be the guinea pigs. Let those little shit events go over there and fuck shit up over and over again, so they learn. That way, when the UFC goes, shit's a little better at least. But
God damn. For the people who are watching right now, hit us in the comments right now, right in the chat. What your thoughts on the fight and how you think it's going to play out? We're kind of intrigued to see what people are thinking right now and how it's going to end up.
I'll tell you what, Al's going to go for it. Just fuck it. I think he's going to go for it. He's going to try and shock the world.
Al first round knockout, flying knee.
That is not your fucking. That is not your pick. That is not your pick.
I'm picking it.
That's horseshit.
Can't take it back now. I've said it. Nah.
Yeah, you're just hoping that you're right. That's what that is. You're just.
Yo, if I get that right, though, fuck all y'all.
Oh, you can talk all the shit. You can talk all the shit if you're right.
Mr. Cash. Yeah, because the thing is, though, is if you go with the safe bet all the time, which, the safest bet, I'd put my mortgage probably on Khabib winning. But you know what? Yeah. Fuck it. I'll quit it by flying knee, first round.
Yeah, as the guys at K-Check Press, I'm last season that we did picks, I was dead last. I always go with the underdog, dude. Normally I'm just if you I was picking Max Holloway. I picked him, right? I was I'm taking Max Holloway. Or I was taking Tony Ferguson the first time around too. And then fucking all the fights, most of the fights where I have not a personal stake, but I have a heart pick. So most of the time, you have a head pick, right? If it's a guy like a Nate Diaz, it's a heart pick, obviously. If it's a guy like Kane, DC, even for me, Chiesa, those kind of guys that that I enjoy watching, I will do a heart pick on those all the time, almost every time. And that's why last season I got my ass whipped in the fucking picks. Fair enough. I was dead last, okay? But this one, I don't really have a stake in either guy, so I'm kind of Khabib's probably going to take it.
The one sad thing is obviously we know that Anthony Pettis now and Paul Felder won't be fighting on this card.
They're teammates.
Yeah, they both are Rufus, aren't they?
Their teammates ain't going to fight. They fight all the time in sparring.
Yeah, they wouldn't fight each other, so that's off. So now we're down to, is it 8 or 9? Is it 9?
9 fights.
9 fights.
9 or 10 fights?
No, it's 9. 9. It's 9.
Okay.
But yeah 9 fights now, bro. But you know what? I'm going to say this. We'll swerve off of this just for 2 seconds because I want to get into something that I want to say that's a testament to these people. But shout out to fucking Rose and Joanna, man, holding it down.
Dude.
These chicks have made weight. They've been professional. We ain't seen no drama. We ain't seen no bullshit. And I know people can say, yeah, well, I thought Joanna got fucking humbled. Yeah, but she could still been a cunt and still come through and start talking mad crazy shit.
100%.
But the fact is, both of them have been fucking testaments to the sport, man. Shout out to them girls, man. Fucking coward see these women fucking throw hands.
Not only that, Rose, whose psyche we know is pretty frail. Any little thing could get to throw her off, right? Emotionally, because she's a very emotional chick. She was in that bus, and Dana White was she's super upset. Walked back to the hotel. I don't know if she's fighting. Ooh, shit.
I think that was just hype.
I think
that was just hype. I
think she was legit freaked out, but I never, not for a second, I think she was gonna not fight. I thought for sure.
After hearing her fucking pass, bro, I don't think that a fucking.
She's tough as fuck. Yeah, no, exactly. But I think he was freaked out because she was pissed off about it. But
I'd be scared if I was Dana White too, if her fucking boyfriend was gonna come and beat me up.
Right? I was where the fuck was Pat, dude? Fuck.
Fuck that. No. He would have ripped the fucking window that was cracked in on the inside and jumped through the window. That guy's a crazy
bitch. Yeah. It's hey bitch, come here. fuck's wrong with you? He's a nutcase. That dude's crazy. I love Pat. Pat's
he scares me. He's a fucking scary dude.
He's a scary dude, but he's the kind of guy you want to go have a beer with.
Yo, facts. Yeah. Pat coming out and jacking at Connor, fucking Charlie Ward. I don't even know if he was there, but yeah, I'm just throwing it out there.
Oh no, Charlie Ward's smarter than that. He's smarter than that. Fucking get caught up in some shit like that. I think anyway. Dude, are there any heavyweights on this card? I know, fucking left field. But are there any heavyweights? I don't think there is.
I don't think there's no heavyweights on this card.
No, I was wondering.
No. Off the top, there might be some on the prelims, but I don't think there's any on the like main prelims and main card.
Gotcha.
But I think
it was a lightweight card.
Prelim now.
There's only one. Who?
Hold up. It's been a long day, my guy, because I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning, fucking just awake and shit. So like, I can't wait for tomorrow though. Because I'm watching. I've got my friends coming over, so I'm gonna have 2 TVs downstairs. I'm gonna have WWE's quote unquote NXT Takeover pay-per-view on one TV, and I'm gonna have UFC on the other, and we're gonna have them both playing.
Isn't fucking WrestleMania this weekend?
Yeah, that's the Sunday. That's on Sunday. So for all you people that are talking about Conor right now, don't worry. They're going to be gone of those articles because Ronda Rousey is going to be there on Sunday.
Dude, Ronda's going to dominate every fucking MMA site on Sunday for sure.
No, it's Devin Clark against Mark Rodriguez, and it's a light heavyweight.
So it's the heaviest fight?
It is the heaviest fight on the card, yeah. That is
fair enough. Because I remember going in my head about the card. I was like, it's a lightweight card. Like lightweights, like 155ers were on there.
I'm looking forward to that Zabit to fight as well. I'm not going to try and pronounce his last name because I butcher it every time I try.
Margomedov Sharapov, is that one? It's like Magomed Zabit Sharapov, some shit like that.
Him.
That guy.
I'm going with Zabit, my guy.
That guy. Yeah, he's a bad motherfucker, man.
He's a fucking warrior, my dude.
Yeah, but that's a trip, dude.
So who'd you pick as far as Rose and Joanna?
Doug Rose! Doug Rose! Dude, fuck yeah, going Doug Rose all day. I've been wrong with Doug Rose ever since I saw her do that fucking flying arm bar in the big time. She did that, and I'm like, that's a bad bitch. Picking her. I've never not picked her. I've never not picked Doug Rose. I've always picked Doug Rose. I mean, the last fight, I wasn't a comfortable pick, but I've always picked her. Oh, you look like you just read some fucking perverted shit.
Whoa. I don't even know how to even comprehend one of the comments that's in the chat. Like,
who is it?
I'm going to let you read that real quick.
I don't have, I can't read it right now. Well, maybe I should, I take it back. I can find it on this little tablet.
God, okay. I'm confused because
I'll read it in a minute.
Yeah, we'll come back to that in a New York minute. Yeah, I'm down with you like for flat ties though, my guy. Like I'm 100% with you. I think that there just seems to be an aura around Rose right now where Joanna just seems, for me, it seems like she's really having to like fight back again because bear in mind this is her first loss in MMA. The only other time that she's ever lost in combat sports is against Shevchenko in kickboxing, and she got beat a few times by Shevchenko.
Shevchenko, the only losses she has are to Shevchenko.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But she had a few losses in kickboxing to Shevchenko. But, like, that's the only person that could beat her. So imagine if she has that mental frailty where now she's going, whoa, maybe this is the only chick that can beat me in MMA.
It's ugly. She needs some Russian and Georgian big.
I don't even know how to approach that fucking comment, bro.
Yo, man, if that dude was at, like a university in the States, like, those, like, PC people would destroy him. Yeah. He said everything possible to like offend everybody. Hey, let's go to work, dude. Whoever the fuck you are. That's a nice way.
Conor has more fans in Russia than Khabib. Potentially.
I doubt that.
I don't at all.
I highly doubt that. I get the crossover thing. I get the crossover thing.
When Khabib was at the press conference this week earlier on with Max, and there were chants of Khabib, it sounded like 4 people. It sounded like 4 people shouting.
Right, there was right. That's nowhere. Yeah, that was nowhere near like a Conor crowd or even like a Ronda crowd, Ronda in Brazil crowd, right?
Exactly.
No, I mean that's a good point. It's very possible. That'd be fucked up for Khabib, right? Especially if like, somehow they pulled that card off in Moscow. Like he goes, "Fuck Ramadan this year. Sorry, God help me. Forgive me, but I'm fighting, motherfucker."
Sorry, God, I'm kind of busy in September.
I'm kind of busy. I can't be religious this year. You know what I mean?
I'm too busy cashing checks and snatching necks.
And there's ugly sheeps. Oh, fuck.
From Russia, he says.
Huh?
He says he's from Russia, is this cat.
Yeah, he's from Russia, so I know more. Hey, fair enough, dude. I'll give you the credit.
I'm not even remotely disagreeing with that because I genuinely believe that Conor's one of those crossover stars. So it is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Rose. I think that she'll get the sub. I'm gonna go by sub, and I think she gets it in. I think she gets it in the second round.
Yeah, I'm going third round sub. I think it's gonna be. I think Joanna's gonna hang in there, like keep her away as much as she can, and then Rose is gonna crack her at some point. Because I think JJ's gonna come in with like a very conservative game plan, and then she's gonna get frustrated. That's not going her way, and then Rose is gonna crack her, take her to get her back and choke her out, like she said the other day.
Yeah, I was torn between second and fourth because I thought the fourth just because I thought that she might let the frustration set into Joanna before trying to go in for the attack. And really let her bait her. Very kind of, and I know people have been mad at it in a sense, and God, it'd be worse for this card if this actually happened. But if this was kind of like the second Wonder Boy Woodley fight,
dude, hope not. That would be bullshit.
Yeah, but I'm saying with a finish though. So,
okay.
Yeah, but it is what it is. Let's delve into the Conor stuff because
I was such a douchebag in this picture. Sorry, that guy just like oozes douche. Ale Quinta.
What about him?
Just his face annoys me. I don't know.
Oh, bro, don't
I'm fucking around. I'm not fucking around. His face does annoy the fuck out of me, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, just looking at the deals. All right, so what do you want to get into again?
Yeah, we'll go into the Conor thing because you were invited me. Unfortunately, it was just a bit too late for you, boy, because it was like 4 a.m. my time.
Right.
So to come on to Keyboard Warriors, I implore you to check out their episode from last night to hear about them shooting the shit about all the craziness of Conor also. But so where do we start with this? So where would you like to start as far as that, like this whole Conor mania kind of thing?
We as in the MMA community. I'm gonna move a little bit. We in the MMA community have beat this shit to a fucking pulp, right? Like we talked about this for fucking solid 18 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, whatever it's been. Oh, shit, I have my water bottle. Oh, hold up. I do some crazy little video share right here. Check it out. Represent, bitches. RepTheWarriors.com. You can't get this water. This water bottle is, like, custom made. As in, I put stickers on it. But RepTheWarriors.com, bitches. Get yourself some gear. Yeah, look, let's start at the beginning. Do or not. So, of course, everyone knows now that Conor McGregor lost his fucking mind. And, but why? Let's start with why.
Yeah,
let's start with why. Because it's very important. Because I totally understand why he did it. All right. So the other day, I believe it was some kind of Russian website, a Russian TV station did an interview with good old Artem Lobov, the Irish Russian guy. Right. And he talked a little bit of shit, called Khabib a bit of a chicken and shit like that. And Khabib didn't like it, so Khabib stunned him a little bit. Now, I didn't see no slap. People talk about, he slapped him. No, he didn't slap him. He did stun him a little bit by doing the back of like this.
No, he had his hand there, and then he slaps him with the other hand.
Oh, I didn't see that. Well, fair enough. Whatever, dude.
Like when you have like a parent who's trying to like punk you out, and they grab you by the back of the head, and they kind of like slap you a bit.
That's what it was.
Face,
no, that's what it was. He stunned him. He stunned him. Yeah, he stunned him big time. So he's grabbing him. He's like, "Hey, where's Conor now? Who you calling a chicken? Where's Conor now?" Like, woo.
And there's 10 of them around him. There's 10 of them around him.
Yeah. Artem did the right thing, and he shut the fuck up. Because if you yap right there, those 10 Russians are going to fuck you up, right? So I remember I saw that video, and I was like, that's a little fucked up. Because, why don't you do it when Artem's got his boys with him? But,
exactly.
I shrugged it off. I didn't think much of it. Then, the next day, apparently fucking Conor McGregor's crazy ass goes, oh, fuck that shit. Probably saw the video, jumped on the airplane immediately, flew over, gets off, drives down to Barclays Center. The Mac-left assholes, and I'm not calling them assholes, you're supposed to be, if you got media credentials, you don't do what they did, knowing fully well what was very possible to happen. Okay? Regardless, they let those guys in.
Yep.
They let McGregor in and a fucking handful of Irish dudes. And they go ham looking for Khabib. They find him, And you've seen the videos over and over, ladies and gentlemen. It's the first one there is Conor runs over, grabs the dolly, throws it right through the window. Now, it didn't go through, but it broke the window and bounced off.
I have to say this, I'm impressed as well, because of 155, they're heavy, dude.
Yeah, the dollies are heavy. Fuck, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's strong as motherfucker. Come on. But he picked it up, he threw it. Though. Right. But he threw it, busted the window wide open. People inside get injured, and he just keeps going crazy, trying to pick up shit to throw. Security gets involved. You'll see people trying to stop this shit. They get hurt. And then he runs off with his little squad of goons and runs right to an SUV in the street, and they haul ass, right?
And they're doing gorilla noises, apparently. That's something.
He did gorilla noises on the way out, which I was like, this motherfucker's crazy. Like, he's fucking crazy.
One thing I just want to point out, ladies and gentlemen, before we go any further, it has been proven that he was tested for drugs when he was arrested, and there was nothing in the system. So
I would like to go, not challenge you on it, but just add this part. Cocaine only lasts in the body for about a day. Okay, so if he did it,
been a day.
Right. But if he did it and then the effect and then got out of his system right after, because he disappeared for a few hours. I'm just saying.
There's no way on God's green earth that it went out within 12 hours.
You never know, dude. Bro, he's crazy. I'm fucking.
You know what it is?
No, that's even me trying to give him an excuse. Like, I was coked out of my mind, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Instead of I'm a fucking major asshole, which is apparently the truth.
He's a super asshole. He's notorious.
Yeah, notorious asshole. So anyway, but look, man, so all right, let's keep it going with the time. So takes off, speeds away. Michael Chiesa gets cut up all over the place. Ray Borg takes glass to the eye and shit, which
glass
is a real
particles. Let me just throw that out there because it's the most ludicrous thing you can hear out loud.
Bro, no, that's bullshit. Get sand in your eye and have fun fighting with that shit. All right,
he's not fighting there and then though.
Right, but you in a day you're gonna get glass out of your eyes. That shit fucking.
It's not. You're making out that it was literally like chunks of glass particles. No. Like, come on.
No, yeah, I think you guys. I think people.
Stevie Wonder. No. I want these guys to come to the fucking arena with like the pads on the eyes and the sellotape and shit. Let's not see that bullshit and him with a stick and a dog.
No, out of there. Fuck all that. He says he got some shit in his eye. I think Ray Borg's.
He's after a lawsuit. He's about to ring fucking Better Call Saul.
Dude, it is. Dude,
Better Call Saul and get his to fucking help him out.
Everyone in that building is gonna be people that weren't even near the thing are gonna be able to sue, and they might win. Okay. Bro. So anyway, it doesn't take glass particles in your eye to sue him. He's gonna sue him anyway. And he fucking should, honestly, after that bullshit. But regardless. People got hurt. Rose got freaked out. Dana White loses his fucking mind. He's upset as shit. There wasn't a warrant out for his arrest. There was a warrant for his questioning, which is different. Yeah. However, that warrant for his questioning does ground him, which is all they were trying to do, is ground him, not freak him the fuck out. It's like, hey, we got to talk to you. Anyway, so turns himself in last night. Dushwani's there with his camera. Like, oh, look, it's Conor. He's in it. He's reporting. He's here. That's literally all he had. Like, what the fuck, dude? So anyway, charged with 3 counts of assault and a count of.
It was one. No. It was 1 account of assault and it was 3 criminal damage.
Which is the one that's a felony? The damage one?
No, I don't know.
No, one of them's a felony. I think it's like fuck. I'm an idiot. I have a computer right here. I can pull that up. But he did get. Here it is. Conor McGregor faces multiple charges. 3 counts of assault, 1 count of criminal mischief, which is the one that carries a felony, which is the only serious one. But you could plead that down with a decent lawyer. It'd be fine. So he'll plead out, do a fine or something, and head back. In fact, if I read correctly not too long ago, he's gonna be allowed to go back to Ireland. So
he's gonna be able to fly from 2 p.m. your time or 2:30 p.m. your time.
Yeah, so in about an hour he'll be able to head out. So if he wants to.
I did a poll earlier on today, seeing what people thought that Conor's punishment would be, and I just wanted to read out the results. The options were, and we'll start with the least to the most on votes. I did the nothing. Conor's the GOAT. Nobody voted on that. I was really thinking that. I really hoped there was going to be some fanboys that would be like, "Yeah, fucking nothing's going to happen to Conor." 10% people voted for him to have 10 years in Rikers.
Oh Jesus Christ!
35% voted for $50,000 fine, and the last one and the number one choice with 55% was that he's going to get fingered in jail.
Oh, I voted for that one. It sounded funny. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised no one said nothing. But what are you gonna do? Yeah. So anyway, so now he's charged with the shit. In fact, they're probably still in court right now. Let me check. The Honorable Dushwani's Twitter account because he's taking pictures. Back at the courthouse, we're awaiting the departure of McGregor and Cowley, whoever that is.
That was the other gentleman that was charged.
Well, okay, all right. Well,
yo, you're sleeping, but that guy has a $25,000 bail bond.
June. Okay, so they have a June 14th date agreed for the next hearing.
Okay.
So he's got to be back here in June. He set bail at, like, I think $50K and $25K.
Yeah, $25K for the other gentleman.
Right. And so he's good to go. All right, well, fuck it, America. So we work here. We barely do shit to you.
The fact is, he's fighting in November.
Right, he's fighting in November probably. I mean, look, I don't care, dude. Honestly, look, and because the law is not going to do a lot, the UFC is not going to be like, oh, well, they didn't do shit, so we're not going to do very much. Here's a slap on the wrist fine that we're not even going to expect you to pay. It's just so people don't freak the fuck out. Here's a 2-month suspension or a 3-month suspension. When's November? Yeah, that many months. That's how many months you suspended. And funny enough, November. All right, cool. Let's do this shit. You know what I mean? So it's yeah.
You know what though? I do want to bring this up because
sure.
I want to put this into context because a lot of people were shooting the shit earlier on. Because I was having a debate with a lot of people about a few things on this thing. One, right. Let's put into perspective that what Khabib and his teammates did to Artem was wrong, and it was bullying. I don't want to hear any of this about people talking about, their fighters. There's no such thing as bullying. There's no the professional fighters. Yeah, there's a difference between one professional fighter stood in front of one professional fighter and 10 professional fighters and one professional fighter. It's a completely different thing. And by using the excuse that they're professional fighters is like saying, well, policemen carry guns, so it's okay to shoot a police officer. No. If we're going to start doing dumb logic of certain people having allowances because of their occupation, then other people are going to, should be allowed other ones as well. And it's just dumb saying that because you're a professional fighter that you can't be bullied by a group of guys stood around you, because one professional fighter cannot fight off 10 men. It's just not going to happen.
Look,
especially when they're trying to fight.
When Nate Diaz comes out and says, "Hey man, what'd you expect was going to happen to you, rookie? That's bullshit. How are you gonna swamp on somebody and expect his boys not to come get you?" That's the mentality that I grew up with. You know what I mean? Exactly. That's why I said I understood what Conor did. I just think he overdid it by a long shot. Just for the fact that you're a professional and an adult. Like, I understand that between kids. I haven't done that now. I'm 32 years old. I've never sworn by anybody. You know what I mean? So, whatever. But, like, when I was, like, up until about during high school years, yeah, that shit happened constantly. Oh, you fuck with who? Who fuck with you? No, point me out. Where they at? Hey, boys, let's go. We're swarming. We're going. Right? That is a childish, very young cat type of reaction to something. And so I get it. Look, I said, I get it. I don't
condone
disagree. You're right. I don't condone it, but I get it. I understand why he did it.
The additional thing, though, is what's interesting as well. I agree with you. We were talking about this earlier. Sorry, my dog just decided to join us. The interesting thing is, and this is another additional thing that we know, Conor actually came to the event weighing 155 at championship weight. He was in condition to compete for the title. So there is a slight possibility that this was, he did it because he did it, but maybe, like you say, he fucked up, he threw it too far, it went through the window. If it had hit the fender at the front and it hit the metal, this is a totally different story. We're not complaining about anything. We haven't lost any fights. If Max would have still got pulled, Conor could have stood in and fought against Khabib and had a mental edge in the fact that he'd have infuriated him by attacking him, per se.
Shit. I mean, that makes sense, right? Like, I was joking around. Like, I bet they're waiting for the court date to be over so they can announce this shit. Part of me wishes they had, but whatever. Yeah, dude, fuck. That's interesting. They came at 155. Not, again, when they weigh you at the police station, they don't at the point, whatever.
Yeah, of course. But we're talking another 24 hours till they'd have had to weigh in.
Sure. Sure. So maybe he was a backup plan. It's like, hey, just in case this shit happens. He looked in shape. I mean, I'll give him that much. He looked smaller than he normally does. Like he normally looks nice and like thick and like healthy, and he looked like cut and fast and quick. So I was almost like maybe he showed up in shape, knowing like, yeah, one of these two's gonna drop. I'm gonna be here for it, and he just missed out, or maybe we just haven't been told. Like Dana White called Conor McGregor, and McGregor's like, I need this much money. And, Dana was like, yeah, fuck that. He's like, all right, never mind, give it to Max in. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what happened.
The last 2 points I want to make is one thing. One, for people who are turning around and saying that Conor's going to get released, there is no way on God's
get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Jon Jones ran over a pregnant woman and left her. Like, he went back to the car and left her. So don't
twice.
And he fought twice afterwards. He fought twice after that. So there's no way on God's green earth Conor, who didn't actually fucking, do something in context of like, Chiesa has got a cut. I don't know the severity of the cut. I've not seen any images of it, but I don't think he's going to be walking around like fucking Scarface. He's going to walk around with a big scar, just like Sagat from fucking Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Like, he's fine. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he's going to be okay. But
powerful jab and Sagat.
Pardon?
Powerful jab and Sagat.
Yeah.
And leg kicks. Anyway.
The other additional thing that I want to point out is for anybody who's surprised that finally Conor has gone too far, let's just point out some moments in time. Let's just point out everything could have gone sideways, yeah? So let's just go with the first and the easiest. Conor jumping into the audience and getting in the face of Jose Aldo. That could have turned into a scuffle if the security guard hadn't been quick enough, because Conor leaps over that fucking fence like a gazelle. That could have turned sideways. Where when Conor was in Brazil saying that he could have owned the people of Brazil, ripping up posters, saying that centuries ago he would have owned the Brazilians and this, that, and the other. That could have turned into a riot. We've seen Brazilian fans turn violent.
Mm-hmm.
When he stole the belt in front of the face of Jose Aldo, and the only person in between them was Dana White, that could have turned sideways. When Eddie Alvarez, when he took the belt and this, that, and the other, and that all kicked off, that could have fucking gone sideways. The press conference with the scrap pack, where they're throwing shit at each other, where Conor slaps Nate's hand when they're facing off, that could have turned sideways.
Mm-hmm.
So when people turn around and name, like when they go, I can't believe Conor's done something this crazy, it's like, yeah, it was something crazy, but like this is just because this is the first time it's ever gone too far. But there's been moments where these altercations could have come from.
Right, but just, I don't know. The only thing I say about that is just because it hadn't happened, it just happened now. Like, those other events were, to me, like when Eddie but Eddie kind of dropped the chair. Remember that at the press conference? Eddie, at 205, Eddie kind of drops the chair, and McGregor turns around like a fucking pit bull ready to fucking go. I thought that was a bit of a hold me back moment. I thought the Jose Aldo one was a bit of a hold me back moment. I think this was real anger. Like, he was actually fucking pissed this time. And that's why he went too far. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what pushed him a little bit. I think Conor McGregor, to me, has always been a controlled chaos kind of guy. And this time, he was so angry and pissed off about what happened to his boy that it was just chaos. There was no control about it. By the way, the one guy missing out of the whole group of guys that went to Barclays Center, who was it?
The went there. Atom was there.
No, you're right. But there was one guy missing. Who was it?
Oh, Kavanagh.
No.
What? Who?
Dylan Dennis's bitch ass did not show up to back up his boy Conor McGregor. That's some bullshit. All right? If Dylan's going to be like on the next big thing and shit, I'm going to take over this bitch. You need to show up to that shit, boy.
He is a New Yorker as well, isn't it?
He was in the courthouse with hanging out with Ariel waiting to see what happened to Conor, dude. Those pictures.
He's a New Yorker though, isn't it? Like he's local.
Yeah. He used to train does he train at Henzo's? No, he used to train with Marcelo Garcia.
Yeah.
And then Marcelo was like, get your bitch ass out of here. We don't put up with your bullshit here. And then he ended up, I don't know about Henzo's or somewhere else.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I would assume Henzo's, but yeah, New York.
Do we know any breaking news, guys? That what's going on? Is there anything?
Let me look up. Let's see. Referee Mario Yamasaki not assigned to UFC 224. We don't care. Although that's good news. Just Khabib against Quinta, and that's about it, man.
Dude, like that's crazy. Oh yeah, by the way, shout out to Molly McCann and Nathaniel Wood being signed to the UFC for some.
Oh, do you remember when I told you I was like fucking Nathan Wood? This is wrong, Nathan Wood. I was thinking of somebody else. So I didn't know that guy either.
Nathaniel Wood was the guy who won in the last main event of Cage Warriors.
Cage Warriors, yeah. But I mean, like I thought it was somebody else. I was thinking somebody else. So I was like pumped up, and then I looked up the fights that I was thinking, and I was like, oh, way different guy. Right. And this guy's not in the UFC yet. I think he's gonna combat this thing.
I'm confused by who. I'm sure that Chris Fishgold is supposed to be signed by the UFC. So
wasn't he already signed? And he's just not like
no. There's no yet. There's no announcement.
That's weird. So I don't know. Molly's in. That's important.
Hold on. This is bad. UK TV media hour with MMA. ITV News. Why would you broadcast what Conor McGregor did at UFC press conference yesterday and talk about him being the highest paid athlete in the world and then show him fighting in Cage Warriors? He's no longer fighting in Cage Warriors.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Huh.
That's craziness. So basically, for people who don't know, ITV is like a fucking your kind of local, not local, but like what's the term? Like kind of like one of those ones that's just like in your state or country. It's like one of those we have the BBC, ITV. Like it's one of your main. It's like one of those Freeview channels. It's one of the main.
We have like Fox Sports and shit.
No, it's different. It's kind of like
it's smaller.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's a free TV one. It's literally like one of like basic channels. Like what would be like channel 1, 2, 3, and 4 on your TV.
Sure,
it's one of those. But anyway, they obviously do their news, and they've basically apparently showed the footage of him doing all the craziness and talked about him being the highest paid athlete, and then they've used Cage Warriors as a reference of his fighting. So that's strange.
That sounds weird. Shit. Minion in the comments says apparently Joe Lozon versus Chris Guttemacher makes it onto the pay-per-view.
I can't say enough. Good for him. Get that pay, my guy.
What's that?
Get that pay. Well, he'll make a bump up in his pay if he's on the pay-per-view now.
Yeah, it'd be great. That's gonna be good for him. I like Joe Lozon, man. He's a jiu-jitsu killer, and he's a fucking savage.
Yeah. That guy's
yeah. Air Hawani tweeting out. I asked Quinta. This is because someone sends it to me. Like they send me screen caps because I'm blocked because I called them out. Because I called them out for being a UFC show, getting paid by UFC. But he goes. I asked Quinta how he feels about the sudden turn of events. His response: "Let's fucking go." I told him I am the guy.
Whoa.
Cool.
Yo, I hope he wins, my guy. That New York.
Yeah, like I said, I'm pulling for him. I don't see it happening even close to anything, but. I'm pulling for him, man. Get that shit, Al. Get that.
Yo, on that note, guys, thank you for tuning in tonight. I know that we dropped this one with the quickness on you guys, so we appreciate you coming through and showing us love. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a like and a comment also. Show some love. Tell your friends to sub up as well. We always appreciate that support. Shout out to our sponsors as well. Bain, BAIN, store.com. Make sure you check them out for all your jiu-jitsu needs. If you're starting training or you already got started, get some rash guards, some spats, get jiu-jitsu up. They do beautiful artwork as well if you're into the artwork as well. So like I say, use the code word, the heel hook, all one word, for 10% off your entire order. Also check out Receptra Naturals if you are in the United States. But if you are not, contact them, tell them that we sent you. Tell them that the Heel Channel sent you, and they will sort out a delivery code for you guys. But they do the best CBD oils, topicals, and I can't implore people more to use CBD. So make sure you check out those guys and use the code with the Heel Hook for 10% off your entire order. Where can they find you, my guy?
Find me on Twitter at Ela31. You can see all the links under here on the little box, under this box here in the description. All the shit's on it. But Ela31 on Twitter. Keep It Warriors MMA on Instagram. We dropped 3 episodes this week. One on Monday because Ferguson dropped, or Sunday because Ferguson dropped. Our usual Wednesday night Keep It Warriors, and then last night McGregor loses his shit. So KeepItWarriorsMMA.com is a bunch of new shit. So go check that out. We're on iTunes as well under Keep It Warriors MMA. I dropped my own my normal personal vlog or blog, audio vlog, whatever they call it. That shit podcast. There you go. And my personal podcast on there. Today, this morning, So a lot of brand new shit everywhere. So if you're bored, you want just hear some shit out, hit that up. All right. Shout out Minion, who I was shooting the shit with all day. Shout out fucking everybody. I was talking to a lot of people.
That in the comments. Shout out to you, my guy.
Yeah. I get the Georgie 7. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Look, dude, look what he said. It's fucking. I'm gonna try it. Okay. Khabib, Kebabab, and his ugly sheep need some Russian AK-47 or Georgian big penis and their uncivilized Muslim mouth. That's man, he took it far, but whatever, dude.
Yo, make sure that you check us out on iTunes and on the SoundCloud. If you are on Android, you just need to look up the Heel Channel. We're also on Twitter at the Heel Channel _. You can find all of the craziness we've been talking about this week also on all the videos. Appreciate all your love and support, guys. You can find me at Ashley Lamprey. That's ASHLEYLAMPREY. And that is on Snapchat. That is on Twitter, and that is on Instagram. You can also find me on Snapchat, which is just Ash Official. So, yo, from me and Eddie, man, this has been some craziness. But whether you're a lover, fighter, or a hater, peace up, 8 Sound down. Enjoy the fucking weekend, my guy.